हाँ रखो चलो best thank you हेलो मैं ज्वाइन कर लो कॉलेज you will get, actually I'm waiting for other participants, right? Within a minute I'm going to start the class, right? So I was just creating a one file, object detection.py, right? All of you will get the audio and all the things, right? So don't worry about it. Okay, so let's start. We are going to make object detection project, right? It's really awesome project we have, right? We are going to make it, right? From very basics we will start, right? And you will learn about it, that how we can apply the functions, apply the models, right? And all other possibilities, right? So we have trained model. Actually, what we are doing here, what we are going to do here in this project, we have trained model means trained brain, right? Suppose I know about all these things, right? And if anyone wants to use my brain, he have to just use my brain, don't train me again and again, right? So what we are going to do in this complete project, we are going to use a pre-trained model, pre-trained brain, right? And we are going to use it and decide, or just you can say detect the objects, that how many objects we have in this complete project, right? Okay, so let's play with this. Let's start, right? So I created a one file, OpenCV, sorry, object detection.py file I created here, right? Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm going to open my CV2, import CV2 library, and next is import numpy as np. I'm going to open these two libraries, two different libraries, right? Okay, we have three files, right? First file is okay. So we have three files: coco.names, right? And YOLO, YOLO, and after that YOLO config and YOLO waits, right? YOLO once, right? So what we are doing here, YOLO is a pre-trained model with the help of lakhs of images. The developers trained this model, YOLO version 3, because there's the latest version of version 3, right? So in this version, the machine can predict 80 different objects, 80 different objects my machine can predict, right? So where the name of my objects in coco.names, these objects are possible to detect my this machine, these 80 objects: toothbrush, hair dryer, right? And a clock, book, toaster, oven, microwave, cell phone, right? Remote, mouse, laptop, cake, pizza, person, bicycle, car, aeroplane, truck, and a lot of things, right? So 80 common 80 objects can be detected by this machine, just we have to make our project, maybe we have to make our program to detect this, right? So we are going to start, we are going to make this project, we are going to make this program, right? So let's see how we can make it, right? Okay, so just do this. We are importing here CV2 library and NumPy library. What we are doing here, we are going to decide three variables, right? Label path, that's called labels, right? How many labels we have? So labels path equals to sim coco.names. Copy this, coco.names. After that, we will decide two different different path, bait path and config path. Bait path equals to, and config path equals to. So bait path will be my bait. Here we have baits, YOLO version 3 dot baits, right? So I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it. Config file, YOLO dot CGF, right? Okay, config file. I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it. We have these three files. Now we are going to play with these three files, right? Interesting files we have, right? Okay. Okay. So now what we are going to do here, this complete model is developed with the help of DNN. DNN stands for Deep Neural Network. It's a part of deep learning, right? But in this less time, it's not possible to train you about the complete deep learning, because we have a 1 hour and 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? So how we can make project, right? So I'm going to try to explain you in easiest possibility, right? That's why. So DNN stands for Deep Neural Network, right? My complete machine is just developed by DNN, Deep Neural Network, right? Okay, let's see. So now what we are going to do here, we are going to firstly create our network with the help of baits and config files, right? So what we are doing here, net network equals to network. I'm going to create my network, and how we'll create cv2.dnn. Simple. cv2.dnn dot. After that, we have a framework, read net from darknet, read network from dark network, right? This is the framework. You can say this is the framework of your YOLO library. YOLO library. This is the framework. Simply, like if you want to remember this, right? Simple library thing we have. This is the form of DNN, deep neural network. I want to read it. So how we can read it? So network equals to cv2.dnn, read net, cv2.dnn dot read net from darknet. This is the concept. You have to pass only two things. You have to pass only two things. First thing, you will pass config path. Config, CONFIG, right? Config path. And second is bait path. Whenever you will pass this, your network will be inside your network. Your network will be inside your network. You don't have to do nothing, right? After that, you have to pass the image. You have to read your image, in which image you want to detect objects. So suppose I want to detect object in dog and cat. In this image, I want to detect my object. So how we can detect? So I'm going to open my image. So image equals to we all know that if we want to open my image, simply imread, right? With the help of imread, we can open my image. So my image name is dog cat. I'm just going to copy this, paste it, dogcat.jpg. So with the help of this image equals tv2.imread dogcat.jpg, we can read our image. Right? I want to check how many rows we have and how many columns we have. Or you can say what is the height of my data, and what is the width of my image. Height and width. So how we will get it? Image dot shape. Image dot shape of colon 2. Why colon 2? Because if you read this path, if you read this image, do you remember we were getting 720, 10. So we want only height and weight. So first, how many rows we have will be height. How many columns we have will be width. So first value will be H. Second value will be in W. And third value 3. I don't want it. I want only width and height, or height and width, you can say, right? Okay. So 0 number of value I want, 1 number of value I want, 2 number of value I don't want. On index number 2, I don't want this value, right? Okay. It's simplest thing we have. Even if we want to print it, H comma W, if you have any confusion, you can print it. Just I'm going to run this code. If I execute this code, I will get answer here. Just wait a minute, you will get here. How many rows we have? Like 2,825 rows we have. How many columns we have? 4,244 columns we have, right? That's the basic concept. We know about height and width. Simple concept we have. After that, we have to write 2 or 3 lines of coding. Everything will be in your hand. Just 2 or 3 lines of coding. Everything will be in your hand. Okay, right. So now what we are going to do here, we are going to find my layers. Actually what happened, if I explain you about the deep learning, then how they work. So I'm going to explain, I'm going to try to explain. This is just as I'm taking my deep learning course recently, right? So this is my deep learning. These are my layers. The first layer, red layer, input layer, yellow layer is my hidden layer. These blue layers are my output layer. If I move this image here, you can see multiple hidden layers, 4 hidden layers we have. So this yellow network is using really very deep network. If I'm right, 255 or 256 layers they have. Not just 1 layer, not just 2 layer, not just 4 layer. They have 256 layers, I think, right? I'll find it, right? We will just check it, how many layers they have, right? So what we have to do, we have to find it, how many layers they are going to use. Right, this is your deep neural network, right? We all know, right? So we are just recently using this, learning this. My students are learning this, right? So we have this deep learning network. So same thing here. We have to find the layers. How many layers we have? So layers will be network. Net network dot get layers. Network dot get layers. Network dot get layers or get layer name. Get layer names. If you execute and if I say print will be layers. Now let's see what you will get your answer. If I execute this code and run the get the answer, we will get name of the layers. Conv0, Vn, ReLU layer we have, Conv1 layer we have, and multiple layers we have. If we find that how many layers we have, can you see this? We have these layers, this number of layers, right? They are using it. If we want to find how many layers we are using, so len of this, 254, as I told you, right? That how many layers they are using, right? So 256, 255, 254, right? Is same, right? So it was the approx, right? 254 layers they are using in the deep neural network. That's why name is again DNN, deep neural network. So they have all the layers related to your network, Next is what we have actually in this data. If you notice here, this is my network, and in this network we have one layer is my output layer. One layer is output layer, and it's not connected layer. It's not connected. It's just unconnected layer, right? It's just connected with your previous neurons, not like upcoming neurons, because there's no neuron, right? So I want to check that how many layers we have like as a unconnected layers. How many layers we have as a unconnected layers, right? Okay. So let's see how many layers we have as unconnected layer. So unconnected layers equals to how we will get it? Simple. Network dot get unconnected, right? CONNECTED, unconnected, right? Unconnected out layers. Out, O will be capital, out, and L will be capital. Unconnected layers, right? If you have any doubt, you can just click. So net get unconnected out layers, right? Output layer, unconnected output layers. I want to name, right? Okay. If I will check that how many layers we have, so what we will do, just print it. Unconnected layers. How many layers we have? So if we want to check that how many layers we have, we will use it. Run it. And let's see how many layers we have. This is the index number. Right, or number 200 number of layer is unconnected, 227 number of layers unconnected, 224 number of layer is unconnected, right? We have three layers, right? Are unconnected layers we have, right? Okay, that's good. Now what we are going to do actually exactly, we are going to find the layer, right? That is it unconnected or not, right? Okay. Okay, so what we are going to do here, we are going to use ln, right? List of network, right? Or list of just unconnected layer, right? Okay, and just blank list. I'm going to use a blank list, right? Okay, in unconnected layer, we have list of layers. So if I use for I in unconnected, not like this, unconnected layers. If I execute this code, then what happen actually? If I print it, print I, if I print this I, then what happen? Okay. So I hope all of you are getting this, getting my voice right now, right? Okay. All of you are getting my voice right now? I think all of you are getting my voice. Okay, fine. So let me start. Maybe some of you have some confusions, right? So I'm going to explain again. This is just about converted image. We have this converted image. We are converting our image. After that, network dot set input. We are going to pass our input class. We are going to set our image, right, as an input file, as an input data, right? After that, layers out. Network dot forward, right? We are going to pass our image as a forward image, right? And after forwarding this, what we are doing here, we are checking the output. So when we check the output, for output in layers out, right, detection in output, right? So what we are doing here, layers out, we will get multiple outputs. We will get multiple outputs. We will apply the command. But for detection in output, right, it means we are detecting the object. We are going to detect our object, right? So how we can detect our object? It's going to detect here. It's going to detect here. What we are doing here, we the first, actually complete data size is 85. Complete data size is 85, and out of 85, first five values 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, these four value or five value is my location and confidence. Both is my location and confidence. After that what we will do, we will find after that what we will find uh, the location, right, that where we have an after location, that where is my object, right? Okay, so how we can find it, let's see. What we are going to start, we are going to find this object only, right? Okay, so let's see how we can find our object. So if we have confidence greater than 0.8, then what we will do, we will find uh, cx, right, and comma c by just variables, right? Okay, then after that w comma h. Why cxcy? Because you are getting four values. You are getting four values in detection. In detection you are getting four values, 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0, 1, 2, and 3. In these four locations, x and y coordinate will be center of your image. Center of your image, right? Okay, what the mean of center? Okay, try to understand this concept. I have this image. I have this image. We can say I have this image, right? And in this image, my dog is here. My dog is here. And if my dog is here, then we need the coordinate of this point. Coordinate of this point, we need a width, we need a height. Four things, right? And we are getting it. But what we are getting width. There is no issue. We are getting complete width. We are getting height also. But x and y coordinate is center. Center of this image. That here we will get x coordinate, y coordinate. But it means we have center x coordinate of this complete box and center y coordinate we have. This is, and this is here, right? This is my height and this is my width, right? And we are getting the coordinates from here, right? So we have to find these coordinates, right? If we have this coordinate here, how we can find this coordinate? We can find it. We have width. Just divide it by 2 and minus it. Minus from x coordinate. You will get your x coordinate here. You have y coordinate, height also, divide by 2 and minus by y coordinate. You will get this coordinate. So you will be here. You will get these coordinates, right? Okay. So let's see how we can make it. Just clear this, clear all drawings. After that, on mouse. Okay, let's see. So how we can make it? So just what we are doing here in parenthesis, detection. Detection of, we have first four values, right? 0, 1, 2, and 3. First four values I want. And what I want actually, these values we are going to multiply. We are going to multiply by np dot array. Np dot array, and array I'm going to create w comma h, width and height, width and height 2 times, just simple, width and height 2 times. And now dot what? Dot s type. S type, we are going to convert our data in the type of int. So we are using dot s type, and s type will be int. Simple. So data will convert in integer format. Now what we want next? We want just find the x value and y value. W and h we have, x and y. How we can find the x and y? So x equals to do nothing, just int of cx. We have called it central x minus w divided by 2 width. If we divide by 2 of complete width and minus it, we will get our x coordinate. For y coordinate, do nothing, just divide by h by 2 and do nothing. It's simple. This is x and y. So now we have all four x sections, all four sections. Now what we will do, we will just what we can see, we will just draw the rectangle and see the magic. cv2 dot rectangle, and where I will draw the rectangle? On image, location x comma y. After that what we will do? X plus w ending location, and y plus h ending location. So x plus y and x comma y will be starting, x plus w and y plus h will be ending. After that I want color also. So what color we have to choose? So I'm going to choose just green color. Green color is good, or red color you can choose. So BGR, blue, green, red. This color I'm going to choose for to just draw the rectangle, and thickness will be 2 pixels. After that cv2 dot put text, and put text again on image. And what I want to put my name of my name, right, of my object name. So we have this class ID, and with this class ID we can find, so just we will use labels of class ID. Labels of class ID. So when you will do this, when you will like execute it, you will get the object name also, that this is the dog, this is the cat, right? So object name also you will get it, right? Okay, location, where you want to insert, x will be same and y will be minus 10 by minus 10. We know why we are going to minus it, so I'm not going to explain you again. cv2 dot simple complex font key I'm going to use, right? After that 1 I'm going to use for font height, right? And after that I want color also. So color will be same, 0 comma 255 comma 0. Thickness of your color, thickness of your box will be 2. Simple. We put the text. After putting the text, when you completed this thing, right? And when project will complete, we have to show my image. Right? So what I'm doing here, while true, simple. While true, then cv2 dot imso, detected image, and what I will pass here, image, and here we will apply this condition. If cv2 dot bait key of 1 equals to 13, right? Then we will break the loop, and after that cv2 dot destroy all windows. Your project is finished. Your complete project is finished. We don't have to like worry about it. Just run this code, right? And let's see the magic. If everything will fine, then we'll get our image here, or detected image. Yes, we are getting it, but we are getting only one object, dog only. We are not getting car. Right? Why we are not getting it? Let's see. Why we are not getting it? We are applying something. Here. That's why we are not getting it. For detection in output. Okay, we have to pass first all the layers. We will pass all the layers. My loop will like run multiple time, not just one time, right? Okay, and for detection in output, okay, fine. Yeah, the main thing is same, just run all the layers. Oh, dog is going to detect, car is not going to detect. How it's possible? Okay, let me check. Maybe there is some error. There's like we did some mistake. Okay, let's see. Print labels and labels of class ID, right? Let's see what we are getting. We are getting all the objects or not, or just we are getting only one object. Then we will got the point. We're getting both car and dog. It means my machine is detecting car and dog. It is what we are doing mistake here. We are applying some mistake definitely, right? Okay, let me check what we are applying here. Okay, maybe they are out of the loop. Yeah, that's why. Like run the code again, stop and run. No, car is not detecting by my code. Like I don't know that why it's not going to detect. Okay, so what we are doing, I'm going to change my image. Maybe it will detect dog car. I'm going to use dog underscore cat, right? Even we are getting car and dog, both are detecting by my machine, right? But it's not going to print or it's not going to draw the rectangle. uh, I don't think so that why it's not possible, but let's run. Why we are not getting an answer? We will get it definitely, right? Maybe there is some issue, there is some problem in my coding, right? Dog and cat, we have these two detected items. It's big, so I have to just resize this image, right? I have to resize this image. So after detecting the object, right, image equals to image equals to, and same thing we are doing here, image equals to cv2 dot resize of what? Image. What is the shape and height? Like it will be 800 comma 550. I hope it's good, right? And everyone can see this. It's really very less, or like very you can say very small of box and all these things, right? So it's not going to detect. Let me check. Definitely we are doing some mistake here to draw the box only. we have this detection. Inside this detection, we are applying it's not going to detect in this also, right? But it's not actually it's detecting, but the position is going to move. Position is going to move. Let me find. It's detecting both the images right now. Just detect for one person. Let me check. It will work. It's going to work or not. Person. Okay. It's going to move the position. Oh, that's the problem. Right? Yeah, it's fine actually. It's not going to detect the face. It's going to detect your image, right? It's going to detect your person, right? Okay. It's really my bad. I'm not going to detect the doubt, right, or detect the error, but definitely it will, like we will find it. Just wait a minute, you will get the answer. Person, we are getting this object. Okay. Okay. We are getting these coordinates, but x coordinate is in minus. Okay, that's why dog and cat, we are getting a two different objects. Let me check. Is going to be in minus, so that's why dog is here and cat is here. Maybe it's not giving us a correct output, right? Okay, so what I'm doing here, actually, I already built this. Okay, so what I'm doing here, okay, so we have this dog and car, right? And it's going to detect right now. We did some mistake. I'm going to close this. I'll just quit it. If I press Q, it will just close, right? And we have this code. The same code, like we are using a dog car. If I use a different tag, dog underscore cat run object. If I run this object, let's see what we will get. It will take a little bit of time, right? But it will just complete, right? Yeah, we have this image. Really less, like your thickness is not high, right? I'm going to change the thickness, but you can see you have two objects, right? Maybe it's visible to you or not, right? Dog and cat. We are getting these two objects, right? I'm going to increase the thickness of this box, and so we will get the answer. There's no error. We have just less thickness. 5 here for our text, and I think 10 should be for our box. Let's see what we will get the answer. We will get answer here, or just window here. It will open here like this. Okay, that's it. We have just one image at least, right? One box. This is for the cat. You can see just till this point, right? Till end point, right? We have this cat and we have this dog. We have this dog, right? Okay. And what we can do actually, what is the mistake that we are not getting proper box, right? If X, we have to apply the condition. If X less than 0, if X less than 0, then X equals to at least 20, right? Because it's going to just jump on less minus, right? Because we are going to subtract it from center to the bits, right? That's why. And if by less than 0, we apply the condition by equals to again at least 20, right? Same thing. So our box will be on a correct size, right? Okay. And resize of the images is fine, 800 or 650, there is no issue, right? And after that we have to apply just width also a little bit high, 15th pixel, 15th. Run this code again and get the answer. Now it's visible approx. You can see this. We have this dog, we have this cat, right? So my machine can detect my objects, right? Detect my objects, right? If I close this, right? And if I want to change my image, it can change. It is like dog and car. Dog and car, you can see this thickness is just high, a little bit high, right? That's why we are not getting a proper name, but you can see we are getting our objects, right? Dog and car, right? So this is just object detection. We have multiple possibilities with deep learning, right? This is just basic thing we have and we did, right? And we learned today, right? After that, what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you some again different projects, different possibility we have to play with images, right? Or play with deep learning, that what our deep learning can do for us, right? Okay. So now we created some projects, some basic interesting project with the help of database, with the help of live database and with the help of Python and all, right? As you can see, I created one project, celebrity detection. So how will use it? Python 3 celebrity detection.py. Okay, this file is not here. Okay, it will not work right now. It will not work right now, right? Because it's not configured. In last some days, right? I refreshed my laptop, so it's not going to work. But yeah, I want to give you the just overview of the project, that what we can make. Like in the form of video, we can detect. Even we are detecting just for images. We can detect for videos also, like this. If we want to detect multiple objects we have, and my machine can detect with the help of the same library. We can detect with the help of like same library, YOLO library, right? So they are detecting this person and all the components, right? You can see, and all the objects. You can, and even accuracy also, you can see we are getting accuracy 99% and all, right? So this is all about detecting of the object in video. In video you can detect, not in just images. You can detect in videos also, right? So this is all about, right? And after that we have again different possibilities, like face detection. If we want to detect our faces, we can, as we learned in this project, right? We learned about it, right? So I'm not going to explain you. And yeah, I'm going to show you this project. It's really interesting project. If you want to detect object in real like in real projects, so how we can make it and how we can run it. I have to open, run this module and see this streaming video. As we created same code, same thing, just you have to take the frames from the user and create object detection in video, right? This is just all about, like, as it is going to decide, right? If I have this, right, it can detect like there is a light problem, electricity problem, right? So it's not going to visual for this properly, but it's visual sometime, right? So it's going to detect chair. If chair will be there, then it will detect chair. If we have just bottle and all, right, it can detect what it's going to detect. This is the bottle we have, right? So this is just a live object detection. Live object detection. My machine is going to detect live. Maybe this can be detected by this, right? It's not going to capture actually, right? If it will capture a proper light, it's going to detect as a person just because of my hand, right? Yeah, but it will again detect your live object, 80 objects, 80 object it can detect, right? So this is our live video object. In upcoming session, we are planning to conduct the same class, same type of class, right, for all of you, right? So in upcoming session, we are going to make this type of project or that type of project, right? So definitely, you will enjoy this, right? I'm going to close this, so just close it. You can see estimated time and all these things is going to print and nothing, right? Okay. So we have that type of projects, a live object detection and all these things. We are going to again here, we are going to use a Keras, a cafe model. Like cafe is a library, predefined, a pre-trained library, right? We are using it, mobile net, right? So multiple possibilities we have to detect the objects and all, right? So I hope it's enough for today, right? And it's really good learning, right? So just I want your feedback, right? That how like you enjoyed this class and what you learned, right? So if you want to share something, if you have any doubt regarding this, so you can just discuss with me. Definitely, I'm going to share a feedback link with all of you, right? So with the help of this feedback link, you can submit your form, and you have to submit your form first, right? After that you will get your material, you will get your certificate also, both. And whenever we will conduct that type of workshop, you will get details also. We have this link, like from name Pratik Misra, right? You can like access it. Definitely, whenever we will plan a next session, next part 2 session, right? Then we will share the details definitely with all of you. There's a link, right? There's a link of session, right? Okay, so just wait a minute. I'm going to share a different link so you can access. Thank you so much to be here, right? It's done for today, right? So I will just going to hand over like to my sir, Amit sir, right? So he will explain you something. Amit sir, are you there? Okay, so I think we have sir have some network issues, so he's not going to connect, right? So I would like thank to all of you to be participate in this interesting discussion, interesting workshop, right? And I would like to thank from Amit sir and from all the mentors and all the coordinators who coordinated, right? So I would like to thanks to all, right? So have a good day. Bye bye. See you in next session.